Microsoft
All right.
365.
Are we recording?
Okay, we'll call the Green Bay Sex Offender Residency Board to order. Roll call.
Gotcha. All right, I've got roll call captured.
Okay. I need an approval for the agenda for the April 17th meeting.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We need an approval of the minutes from the March 20th.
Move to
meeting.
approve.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, first regular order of business is the appeal of, oh, there we go, is the appeal of Daniel Gastelum. Okay, you can come on up.
Full disclosure, Dan was a customer of mine, but I
Just
feel
you.
like it was personal.
Okay. Okay, so this is your first time appearing before us, correct?
It is.
Okay, so we're going to ask you to tell us what you were arrested and convicted of. When you tell us the offense, please don't mention the victims by name or relationship, okay? And then at one point, we're going to want to discuss any treatment that you may have received. You do have the opportunity to do that in closed session, or we would remain in public session. Do you have a preference?
Public's okay.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and tell us what you were convicted of?
I was convicted of viewing and downloading child pornography.
Okay, let's go a little more in detail. How'd you start doing that? Were you looking for it?
No, I was under a lot of stress. I don't want to sound like excuses. When it happened, I was adult pornography addicted, and so I would search for that. And I guess there are things in the computer system that will pop things up on your screen. And one of my pathologies, my counselor tells me, is that sometimes you need more graphic things to get the same type of release, and I think that was my issue. So I really appreciate Pablo because he's really helping me. Until I hadn't a clue. Even through 3 years of prison, I didn't have a clue. I have more of a clue now.
Okay. So was this an ongoing thing that you were viewing it, or was it like a one-time deal?
So I'm raised Catholic and all. When I first did it, I was like disgusted with myself, and I stopped it for a year. And then, another stressor hit me, and, I go back to it. So to some extent, I'm kind of happy that, I can't say happy, but I am relieved. I don't know if you've ever felt like there was always a gun to your head or a guillotine to your neck or something like that. And I don't feel that way anymore because it's kind of out in the open. If I can honestly say for the record, I really hope that society, and I'm going to try to be a part of this, figures out a way to build some, I'll call it medical help. So when a person starts to go down that route, if they do it once, they can go out and get help. And that, my big thing was why I didn't get help was I thought I'd go to jail. And obviously I went to jail anyway. Stupid of me, but yeah,
Okay.
so.
And then how did it come to the police's attention?
I guess some download probably they picked up. Well, obviously that's what happened, yeah.
Okay, and so then they showed up at your house, and
Showed
what
up at
happened?
Showed up at work.
Okay, and then what happened?
Then they went to the house and did a search.
Okay. And then did you cooperate with the police?
Entirely.
Okay. And did you go to trial?
No, I pleaded guilty.
Okay, okay. We have a lieutenant from the city of the Green Bay Police Department, just to confirm. He'll have a copy of your criminal complaint, so we just confirm with him that what you're telling us is accurate.
Hi, good evening. Sorry about the technical issues before, but I did have an opportunity to review the criminal complaint, and one of the discrepancies in the criminal complaint was that there was information from search engine data that indicated he was specifically looking for child pornography in his search engine, so it wasn't just a matter of looking at adult pornography and having a pop-up of a child pornography image. There was evidence in his search engines that he was looking for that material. But other than that, everything else was accurate.
Let me correct that. What I meant was, that's how it started, but then I did look for it. So, sorry if I
Okay.
misunderstood.
Okay.
If you, yeah. That's how it started, but then I went searching for it.
Okay.
So,
All right. Does any of the board members have any questions about his offense?
I'm not.
Okay. So then you pled guilty, you went to prison, you got 3 years initial confinement, and then now you're on 5 years of supervision? Okay. And I'm assuming that while you were in prison, you probably didn't get any treatment, you weren't there long enough?
I tried, but they said because it was initially indicated for not, that, you know, once I got out, me and William Stein, my PO, we arranged for it.
Okay. So you are enrolled in sex offender treatment?
Yep.
So tell us about how long you've been going, how often you go, and what you've learned there.
Okay, so it's coming into the 5th month now, 4 months complete, and never missed a meeting. I'm missing one today, but it's right now. And then Pablo Cerna is the leader with Hager Institute. And so, you know, I knew there was, you know, the guilt, stress thing, I knew all of that, but what I didn't know was ways to help myself, ways to find help, to understand even what was going on. So it's been a really good program to learn about, you know, things that happened in my childhood that probably had a direct impact on what's happening today. So, you know, I can start putting, because the big thing for me, all those months in prison was why? Did I destroy my family? Did I destroy my life? Why? And I'm learning more about that, and you know, it's a progress thing. So I'm not there, and I won't leave until I am there, because I've hurt my family badly. Not to mention the fact that, you know, I tried to mitigate things by, and he'll tell you, the files are mostly old files. They're you know, because I tried to mitigate by thinking that I could do this without having real victims. But that's not true, because guys like me, we make a market. You make that market, and some kid somewhere is going to hurt for it. So I could tell myself, there's no real person here. That wasn't true. And I'll live the rest of my life trying to make amends.
Do you have an answer to the why now?
I have the reasons why it's probably started, and now I'm learning about managing myself and all of the things that are part of my makeup because of that. Because you don't escape from that, it's there. And now it's just a matter of becoming an expert at that.
So what is the why? Why did you search for child pornography?
The why is because I needed a release, physical release. I wasn't getting it from adult pornography. The physical abuse I received as a child probably has a big impact with what I'm familiar with. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
I'm sorry I'm not very eloquent at this.
No, that's
You're
okay. So, you know, you mentioned that you did it because it was a stressor, you were under stress
The
and things like
stressors
that.
sort of kicked me into it, yeah.
Yeah. So how are you going to cope now when you have stressors that come up in your life?
Well, one, the stresses is gone. Half the stress, 90% of the stress was the fact that I was doing it, and that I knew it was wrong, and I didn't know why. And a lot of it I wanted to not remember, not recall. Now that I haven't been through a lot of that, it's not a draw. I don't know how to say it anymore. It's not a, where before it was like pressure building, you know, I'm gonna be homeless, but I don't feel any pressure. You know, so.
And then how long are you enrolled in treatment right now?
There's not an end date.
Okay. And is it SOT 1, 2?
I don't know.
If I saw that on there
I don't know that's
either.
referred to.
Does it say?
Wait to me.
No?
Group treatment.
Okay, okay. And it says that you've attended all your groups. I mean, do you actively participate in group?
Yes.
And you're okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Any questions from the board regarding his treatment?
No questions.
None here.
No, okay. So it looks like you're currently at the TLP and you're asking to move to 613 Hubbard.
Yes.
Can I ask why you are not going to reside with your wife?
My wife works for an insurance company from home. Her contract doesn't allow for it.
Can you elaborate a little bit? Like,
She goes every year through a thing where they remind her that she can't have a felon in the house.
oh, okay. Okay, I see. All right.
When she retires, we'll move back together, if I don't cause her any harm.
Okay,
I don't intend to.
okay. And I see that you have 2 adult children.
I do. They'd be here today if they weren't working.
Okay,
Their mom will speak for them.
okay, but so they're actively involved with you right now?
You know, I'm amazed that they are. I don't know, I would be, but they are.
Okay,
They're both, you know, they're gonna give me this chance and I'm not gonna screw it up.
okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions for him?
No questions.
Okay. Sorry, I always feel like I'm the one who talks all the time.
Well, that's why we don't have any questions. You ask them all.
And it says that you're retired, but you're looking for
I am.
work?
Yeah, through SEEK and through CECEP with Rodney Owens. Trying to find something that I can get into. I have that weird thing, I'm claiming Social Security now, so I have a small retirement plus Social Security, but I'm in that bubble where until I'm 66 3/4, they'll take half my pay away if I make a certain amount of money, so I gotta be careful of what I can make. I'm not an expert, but that's what I
Yeah.
understand. I've been told that by people at the Dowshman Street Social Security and, you know, what I could find on paper, but I believe that to be true. So I'm just trying, I can't take a job that's gonna pay me over a certain amount of money. So
Sure.
I'm trying to find something in between and haven't been successful. I think it'll help knowing where I'm gonna live, because at that point I know where I can go, because I don't have a car and I really don't want a car at this point, so.
Is it because you can't drive or you just choose not to?
I just choose not to.
Okay.
I don't know, it goes back to that Catholic thing, maybe it's penance or something, I don't know.
Okay,
Stay on foot and no bike.
okay. So then what, what do your days consist of while you're at home? Well, I mean, I know you're at the halfway house, but,
Right. I'm searching for a job, actively
Okay.
searching. So I get out my bike, I go searching, I also shop and do that sort of thing too. Where I've been advised I can shop, so through William Stern, and he knows it where I am at every time. Which is fine with me, by the way. And so I read a lot, I'm trying to do a lot of this activities that Pablo gives me, and doing a lot of soul searching, and so trying to get a better understanding of everything that put me in this situation. I mean, I really do think that I have an understanding of kind of the why. Now it's just solidifying with me that I don't feel stressed right now, but what happens when I finally do? I mean, you would think I'm gonna be on the street. I really don't feel the stress there. Maybe because I'm afraid of feeling stress or whatever. But when I do get, let's say I get another high-performing job, I want to know when I walk in there that I know I have enough of the tools that Pablo can give me and William can give me. Because William and I do a bunch of, he's got a whole list of things that we flick through and choose and then exercise on in terms of handling things that you can affect and things that you can't affect. Understanding triggers and finding ways to find routes around triggers. So I'm taking this time to do that. I want a job. I have to have a job because I don't have enough to create what I want for my wife and kids. So I intend to get a job. But once I know where I'm going to live, it'll be a little more easy to really target an area. And you know, now that I've been almost a half year through the program, I feel more comfortable about if I got a high-stress job, that I'm not going to have those issues.
Oh, what kind of work did you do before you retired?
I was an airline operations supervisor.
Okay, all right. Okay. I really don't have any other questions.
I've got one more.
Yes.
Do you have anybody lined up as a chaperone if you want to go and do things?
My wife is willing to do that, yeah. I think my oldest son would be willing to do that too.
Okay, thanks.
And are you on GPS?
Yeah.
If we approve this address, will you be removed from GPS?
Nope.
Are you a lifetime registered?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
And we do have somebody who wanted to speak.
Yep. So yes, I understand. Is it you that want to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you want to come up and just state your name and address for the record.
Okay.
Sure.
Sherry Gastelum at 2209 Trellis Ridge Lane, apartment 13, De Pere, Wisconsin, 54115.
Okay.
I'm here today to speak on behalf of my kids and me. If they weren't working, they would be here too. We fully support him, and I see every day improvements in him, and I believe in second chance and him getting better. So.
While he was in prison, did you go and visit him?
I did not visit because of COVID
Okay.
and having severe asthma, moderate
Okay.
to severe asthma.
She wrote me
Okay.
every day.
I tried to write him every day
Okay.
through emails and letters.
Okay. And how did you feel like when you first heard about these charges? Like, did you know that he was looking at pornography in the beginning?
I was not aware.
Okay.
We've been married, at the end of April, it'd be 28 years this year.
So this came to a shock to you?
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm here to support him through love, being here daily and communication.
It'll never happen. Never again.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone have questions for her?
Do not.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And then, was there somebody else who had something that needed to speak?
There was a comment form that was submitted online for someone who wanted to speak, to give their opinion. For what it's worth, for the pull-down menu, what is your opinion on the item? They indicated that they were in favor of the item, but they're not online to provide any further comment, so.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, listening to you and to your wife, I would not have a problem approving you to reside at this address. You know, we always kind of look at the treatment and how are you responding to the treatment, and I feel that you're pretty sincere in what you're learning, and having those tools to apply to life. So that's just how I feel, but, you know, there are other board members. And eventually, we would just need somebody to make a motion, you know, to make that call. So does anyone have anything they want to?
Well, I've known Dan for a while now, and he's a good guy. He's done what he has to do to try to get his life back together. And he's been doing that since the day that I met him a while back. And he will find work, I believe in that. I also feel like we should approve this request.
I agree. You can see he's really working hard to get his act together and straighten out his life.
Great. Move to approve, address specific.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So you are approved to reside at 613 Hubbard. Know that if you do decide to move from that address, you will need to come back before us. And would you like that letter sent to the Hubbard or to the TLP?
Hubbard.
Okay. Thank you.
Gary
And Sistine.
Sisti, terrific guy. And just want you to know that he's a tough guy, too. He's 81 and all tough nails. I think he was a veteran of Korea, of some Korea thing. But anyway, I think he's going to be a help to us, too. My wife and I have gotten to know him pretty well.
Good.
And he supports me as well, so.
That's what you need, a good support system.
Good luck, Dan.
All right. Thank you.
Is there anything I need to do further?
No.
I'm going to move in tomorrow, is that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Gary, can I call you about just some job ideas?
Call me anytime.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
All right. Is there any other things the board needs to discuss? No? All right, our next meeting is scheduled for May 15th at 4 PM. We just need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Lieutenant Allen.
Take care, thank you all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Till next month.